guys, welcome back to my channel. So I know I look a little bit probably washed out, a little bit one-dimensional, but that's because I did my whole base already. Today's video is going to be just me focusing on my eyes. I had one of my good friends ask me if I could do a video solely dedicated to eye makeup, so that's what today is. So I'm going to do that with you on camera. I'll finish the rest of my makeup off camera and then I'll come back so you can see, of course, you know, the full look. I'm going to start with some powders, some more powders. So like I said, I did my base already and I did set my eye and underneath my eye with the Pat McGrath, her blurring under eye powder. But just because I am going to go ahead and do eyeshadow and I've already done my full face, I don't want there to be any fallout. I'm going to try really hard not to use too much eyeshadow at one time, so hopefully we can avoid fallout, but I mean, it is what it is. There probably will be some, so I'm going to go ahead and use both of these powders. So this is the Beauty Bakery, their flower powder, and this is the Ilia Fade Into You, their Soft Focus Finishing Powder. So this one, which there we go, is a little bit yellow, and this one is pretty white. Okay, so hopefully you guys will be able to see the contrast, maybe. Anyway, it's just so it's not too much of one or the other. And then I'm gonna go in with the Goss, the 02 brush. I'm just gonna kind of mix these together, and then we're going to pack it underneath our eyes pretty heavily to hopefully catch the fallout. I like literally never do this because I have such dry skin, so I don't know, I really don't do a lot of powder. But I also feel like this is gonna get in my eyes. The stuff we go through, I swear, for makeup. I'm gonna use 3 colors today. The first color is coming out of this Marc Jacobs palette. This is the 740 Scandalust palette, and I'm going to use the middle shade. It's this beautiful brown color. It's this color right here in the middle, and it's called That's Why. It's just a gorgeous, pretty, it's like a caramel macchiato type color. And then I'm going to go in with the Hakuhodo. It's wiped off, but I believe this is the J5523. And so this is honestly my favorite blending brush. There we go. It's fluffy, but it is pinched right there. And so I feel like it's perfect just for like kind of getting like in the crease and being able to like follow your crease pretty easily. So I'm gonna pick up some of that color. And because, okay, so this next part is gonna depend on how much crease space you have. I have not like a ton of crease, like lid space, not crease space, lid space. I don't have like a ton of lid space. I have some to work with, but it definitely is pretty easy for me to take it very high. So I'm just gonna start lower. But obviously if you have more lid space, go to town. Okay, so I'm gonna start right here, kind of right underneath my crease because I know I can always blend up. And I'm just going to kind of pack at first, just to kind of deposit the color on the lid. I'm gonna just pack, and I'm gonna go in about, I'd say about 2/3 the way. And again, you always wanna be a little bit conservative with how far you're going because you can always blend it out. But I'm gonna go to like right about here-ish. I'm gonna pack, and then once I think that most of the color is on my lid, then I will go back and start blending. And just kind of blending back and forth. Okay, so now that we have the first color done, we're gonna wanna deepen up the outer, I would say, about 1/3 of your eyelid. So today I'm gonna use the Makeup Forever shadow. This is in the shade number 17, and it's just this little baby individual shadow. And it's this really pretty brown color that I've had for a while. It's just like a basic everyday brown, super pretty. I'm gonna go in with the Morphe M506. So this is, it's not pinched. This is just kind of like a little round blending brush, but it's super, super small. which is good. That's why I want it. I want something that's not gonna take the color all over the place because I want it to be really kind of centralized into a specific spot. So I'm gonna take this, and we can always go back and blend it, but we just want to place it. So I'm just going to pack this darker color right there. You can always add more. I think it's easier to start off with a little and then just build up. Just like that. I'm going to do the same thing to this eye. Okay, so now that we have the color placed on the lid, we just need to blend it out. So you could go back in with the original blending brush that you used for that first color, or you could use the smaller blending brush. So I'm actually going to try, I've never tried to blend with this one, surprisingly. I'm going to see how this one works. I might go back in with the Hakuhodo one, but I just want to see. This one might be better just because it is so much smaller. So I'm just kind of taking that color and moving it back and forth, still in the crease area. I don't want it to go too high, and I don't want it to go too far over. I really want it to stay kind of in this area. Okay, so this brush actually worked out perfect to blend out the darker shadow just because it did a really good job of keeping the color low, which is what I wanted. So yeah, this is a good one. Okay, so now the fun part, maybe. I've actually never tried this on camera, so I'm hoping, I think I tried it once months and months ago, and then I never tried it again, and I don't know why, because I feel like it worked out when I tried it. Anyways, whatever. So we are going to use the last color, which is going to be kind of like a cream, glittery, shimmery color. But first, I want to use a concealer to carve out the area where I want to put the shade. So I'm going to use the same exact concealer that I used today, which is the Pat McGrath, the Sublime, yeah, her Skin Fetish Sublime. And I'm going in with the MAC 242. This is just like a little painter brush. And what works for me, and again, this is going to differ based off your eye shape, but for me, when I'm looking straight ahead, I can clearly see where my crease is. So I like to do that first, and then I'll kind of look up because it's easier. But if I look up like this, it's harder for me to see. I mean, I can kind of still see, but it's easier like this. So I'm going to kind of just put that concealer right there. And basically what I want to do is just start carving out my crease area, the inner like 1/3 to a half. Okay, so I was in the middle of doing this and I feel like it is working, but when I was using this brush to like start like this and I was trying to kind of wiggle, if you could see, some of it got a little bit higher. So this might work better, maybe. I don't know. I'll have to try it again next time. But this is the Sigma, the small eyeliner brush, E10. And so this is super, super tiny, if you guys can see that. It's a very, very tiny little brush. But because it's so skinny, what might work is maybe picking up some concealer that way and then drawing a line. Actually, let's just try it right now. Even though I technically already have some on, but okay. Oh yeah, that definitely, I feel like that worked. a lot better. I still feel like the MAC 242 would be good to like, oh no, it didn't work. It's just my lid. It did work, but like my lid, a part of it, like the top part folds over on the bottom. And so that's where I have that line, whatever. Okay, so the last color we're going to use is a shimmer color, and I'm going to place this right over the concealer. This is by Giorgio Armani, and this is the Eyes to Kill, and this is in the shade number 5, which is this really pretty, like, gold shimmery, I don't know, it's just pretty and gold and sparkly. So I'm going to use that same, the MAC 242 brush, and I'm just going to pick some of this up, and then place it right over where I laid the concealer. So for the bottom, I'm going to go in with the Sigma Flat Definer. This is the E15. It's a very skinny, flat brush. And I'm going to go back into this brown color again. And basically, I'm just going to try to stamp color right under the lash line. I'm going to go in with the Makeup Forever, the 216 pencil brush, and I just have some of that same brown that we used from the Marc Jacobs palette, and I'm just going to buff out this line. Okay, so that is pretty much it for the eyeshadow. I do need to finish the rest of my face, and then I need to do my eyebrows, mascara, all of that, and I might add eyeliner. We'll see at the end. I'm gonna check and see. Of course, I'll let you guys know if I do. But yeah, I will be right back with the finished look. One sec. Okay, I'm back. I finished my makeup, and I just want to quickly go over what I did to my eyes. So for the highlight, I actually went back in to this Marc Jacobs palette, and this shade all the way at the end over here, it's called Hot Pants. That is what I used to highlight. I used it with this Morphe E36. This is my favorite little highlighter brush. It's perfect for getting right underneath the eyebrows and then right on the inner corner of the eyes. And then for the eyeliner, on my top eyelid, I used the, what is this? This is the Tom Ford Eye Defining Pen. What I love about this is it has two sides. So this side is a little bit thicker, and then this side is a little bit thinner. Like there's hair on my mouth. Anyway, so what's nice is if you want a really thin, like tight line, you can do it with this little baby side. So I'll show you guys. And it does dry down to a matte formula, so it's just like this really pretty matte black liner, and you can make it as thick or as thin as you want. So love this. And then for my waterline on the bottom, I use this pencil by MAC. This is in the shade Coffee, so it's not black. It's just like this really pretty dark brown, which you see it next to the black there. I wanted something still dark, and I still wanted that like smoldery look, but because it is the summer, I didn't want just like black on black eyeliner, so this was perfect. And then for my lashes, same thing I always use. This is the Paracone mascara and Maybelline's Lash Sensational. So I did one coat of each on my top eyelashes, and then this is MAC's Extended Play Giga Black Lash, and this is for the bottom. And then obviously if you're a fake lashes person, I think this look would be beautiful with it. You could definitely add those, but I just stuck with the mascara. And then lastly, finally, for the eyebrows, I use the Precisely My Brow Pencil by Benefit, and I'm in the shade 6, I believe, yeah, 6. And then I also use the Givenchy, the Mr. Brow Groom. This is my favorite gel to set my eyebrows with. So that is everything. When you say it all out, it sounds like a lot, and that's probably because it is. But I mean, you don't have to do everything. Although I just think it looks so pretty. When it comes to smoky eyes, I just feel like when you go all out, you finish everything, it just comes together so nicely. So I usually tend to do that. But yeah, hopefully you guys liked the video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification, and I'll see you next time. Bye guys.